Welcome back to the breakdown. I am De La Creme de la, your privileged host. And this is another episode of the Breakdown Show. And this is actually right up my alley. Because while I fuck with gods, while I fuck with demons, while I fuck with angels, I don't fuck with dolls. Okay? Let me tell you why. Hold on. Okay. So TMZ reported, I think it was yesterday. Let me see. July 16th at 1:54 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, probably about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, my time here in South Korea, that a man died. I think he died. Hold on, let's look and see. While researching Annabelle. Now, I'm familiar with the Annabelle story. I've looked into it past the movie. And at some point, I realized I wanted to stop looking into it. Because while our girl Amanda MBS likes to watch funerals, I like to get into some of this creepy stuff too. So let's take a look at this story together. But first, let me share my thoughts. Don't fuck with everything, because everything don't fuck with you. You got to know when to draw the line. You got to know when enough is enough. This story is probably more for white people than anybody, but I'm going to go ahead and read it because my great-grandfather's Irish. Ready? Okay, so TMZ. Yabosa Kandorobosa. All right. Annabelle Haunted Doll Tour investigators said he wasn't feeling well before his death. And this picture is from Getty. It looks like a Getty composite, which means this isn't a real picture. It was thrown together by Getty. So anyway, exclusive. Annabelle, and just so you know, Getty owns this photo, so we can't reuse it. All right, Annabelle paranormal investigator Dan Rivera, he must be a white Hispanic, told co-workers he was feeling ill hours before his death. This is, again, another TMZ staff article, so we don't know who the hell wrote it. So expect some bullshit and expect some bullshit. Okay? All right, let's go. Dan Rivera, which is not what that should say. That should be the title. That should be the byline. That should be the person who wrote the article and the location. But I guess we don't write articles with any journalistic integrity anymore. We just put shit where we want it to go and make it say what we wanted to say, like his jaws still tasted like the balls. But anyway, I digress. Dan Rivera, the paranormal investigator who worked for the Annabelle Haunted Doll Tour, told people around him he wasn't feeling well just hours before his untimely death in Pennsylvania. Well, how do we know it was untimely? And why doesn't this story have the name of the person who wrote it, comma, Pennsylvania? Anyway, TMZ has learned. He looks creepy. Adams County Coroner Francis Dutrow tells us Dan was surrounded by coworkers Sunday morning, but they parted ways when he told them he was sick and needed to go back to his room to rest. This picture was taken on November 24th, 2023. From his Instagram, Dan_Rivera_NESPR. I believe that's what that says. We're told these coworkers hadn't heard from him in a while, so they went to check on him, which is when they found him dead. I'm not laughing at the situation because it ain't funny. Dutrow tells us EMS was called, but they couldn't do anything to help when they arrived. The official autopsy results won't be ready for a couple months. I think I might get into those. Yes, let's keep reading. Now, I understood this to be Raggedy Ann, and someone corrected me in the comments and said the movie of Annabelle had a different doll, but the original Annabelle doll was a Raggedy Ann doll. But in all the research I did on Annabelle, I never came across a picture like this, so I probably am wrong. Okay, but don't be messing up the name of my Raggedy Ann, because I had a Raggedy Ann doll back in the day. I'm an 80s baby. Who didn't? A Cabbage Patch too, and a kid sister. And what we not gonna do is sit here and make Raggedy Ann look evil, because that's still our friend. Okay, Don't get them twisted. If this is Annabelle, that's Raggedy Ann. But wait a minute, her name is Ann too. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Was Raggedy Ann Annabelle? My whole childhood just got fucked up. Oh, my God, my whole childhood. Okay, so let's start with house rule number 1. I didn't think I'd have to do it, but I guess I'm going to have to do it. My God, I might have to take a moment. Because Raggedy Ann could be the sanitized version of Annabelle. And they sold us all one of them dolls. All of our mamas and daddies got us a Raggedy Ann. So did we have Annabelle in our homes? That was my homie. I had a Raggedy Andy too. Her brother. They was kicking it. Oh, shit. So house rule number 1 is this. Even if it's Raggedy Ann. Even if it's your childhood friend, Raggedy Ann. This is not a no judgment zone. Okay? If this man was stupid, we gonna call it stupid. If Raggedy Ann is evil, then I guess we gotta call Raggedy Ann evil. House rule number 2. This ain't for children. Just like maybe Raggedy Ann wasn't for children. And definitely Annabelle isn't for children. House rule number 3. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. Please stay on topic in the comments. Okay? If I want your critique on whether or not I should be eaten, I will send out a customer service survey. Okay? Thank you. All right, let's continue. Let's take a close look at this picture. So on this side is a doll. I don't know who the hell that is. Don't take a screenshot. On this side says, warning, positively do not. Okay, you see how she's sitting? She looked like she ready to handle business. She looked like she just got up, had a Pepsi, smoked a cigarette, listened to the birds sing, washed some clothes and some dishes, made her husband breakfast, gave him some pussy for he went to work. And now she's sitting here waiting because she knows some other shit is about to pop off. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. And what is that? And who is that? Oh, shit. And what does that say? Now, this the dude right here. He looked like he was waiting for his time. All right, so anyway, as we told you, which will never, ever be an incredible article. Words like that, as we told you, would never be an incredible article. This is a blog for show, for show. Rivera died in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Sunday, while on tour with the haunted Annabelle doll. Now, if the two people, the man and the woman who was working on the Annabelle story, stopped, okay? Now I got to go back and watch that movie tonight. I think I'm going to have to do that. If they stopped, and one of them was a seer, she was a powerful woman, and you know those of us who can see, we never tell you everything we see. If they locked that bitch up, what make you think you should be on tour with that hoe? It's a lot of folks you could have been on tour with right now. Beyonce just finished a tour. I think Kendrick Lamar and SZA are on tour. 50 Cent just finished a tour. Everybody on tour. Sesame Street on Ice is on tour. Like, you could have did a whole lot of different things. But anyway, let's continue. We might have to watch that Annabelle movie together. Whew. He died while he was on tour with the haunted Annabelle doll, which inspired the eponymous 2014 film. Lorraine and Ed Warren, who I recently mentioned, the OG investigators of the doll, claimed the doll was a demonic presence. See, now, I'm not scared of nothing. Do you hear me? I fuck with the best of them. I fuck with the devil. I fuck with Kali. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I get down with the get down. But when I researched Annabelle, everything in my spirit was like, what's that nigga name in Dalton I won't fuck with? Napoleon Harris. Annabelle is Napoleon Harris. Them two motherfuckers that I don't care how big and bad and bold I think I am, I ain't stepping over their toes because I know what I know. Let's continue. Despite Dar's death, That's the man's name? Dan or Dar? Hold on, let me get it right. Dan. Why wouldn't we call him by his last name? This is not a credible article, but okay. It's not written by anybody who had an education in this shit, but let's continue. Despite Dan's death, the New England Society for Psychic Research announced the tour will continue on, honey. You know why? Because money, 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 money. Money. The price just went up. Did you hear it? That's the sound. That's the sound of the price going up. Okay, do we want to watch this? Let's see what happens.
Dan is the righteous hand of God, and Annabelle is the devil that you forgot. And I told you one day you will see that I'll be back, I guarantee.
Ooh.
And that hell's coming, hell's coming, hell's coming with me. Yeah.
Okay, that's enough of that. So anyway, is that the end of the article? Rivera was 54, R.I.P. Oh my God, this is so tacky. All right, so anyway, let's continue. Let's read some of these comments. I think that's what we should do. So Chocobo Bob says, has anyone busted out the Ouija board and contacted him yet? It's what he would have wanted. Now, I'm going to tell you why I don't fuck with Ouija boards. Because I fucked with Ouija boards a couple times. I'm not scared of it. But you never know who's speaking to you. And sometimes the motherfuckers will tell you anything just to get attention. Remember, energy never dies. It's only transformed or transmuted. That's why you can be like me and be a demon whisperer and not be afraid of demons. Because if you understand how energy works, then you can transform or transmute those energies. Here's the thing, though. When you're dealing with Ouija boards, it's almost like putting out a big call. And oftentimes there's no way to confirm who you're communicating with. And remember that when energies die, especially in Western culture, they're not contacted, they're not fed, they're not given anything, okay? So they'll just talk to whoever will talk to them for energy's sake, okay? That's why it's important to confirm who you're talking to, what you're talking about, and all the things, okay? I don't usually, like when I was in America, I fucked with a Ouija board a couple times. I owned one, and me and my neighbors were fucking with them. And it'd be like ignorant ass motherfuckers would come through and they just want to talk. Nigga, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to somebody else. So oftentimes when you're in places where the dead are not revered after they die, you'll just be talking to anybody. But anybody, let's continue. Orange Hippo, which sounds very much like Chocobo Bob, says, send that doll to stay with the orange blob for a month. I think we're talking about Donald Trump. The blob can cuddle with it and call it Stormy. Let's read a couple and see if they don't get too corny. The orange blob's demonic presence is stronger than the doll. Then again, maybe they join forces and take down all of humanity. To be fair, if I was being toured around the country in a glass box, I would be a little killy too. Somebody from somewhere else tell me what the fuck that mean. Oh, killy, like I'd want to kill something. I get it. Mr. Unpolitically Correct says, if you don't feel well, go to a hospital. Gotta listen to our bodies. Practical advice, baby. Mitigate your circumstances. Somebody else says, folks are going to learn to stay. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. That's why I sound like I'm reading like Mayweather. Folks are going to learn to stay from antagonizing spirits in the paranormal. While they may not all be evil, some are likely angry and possibly even vengeful because of the ways they transition from life. Let motherfuckers rest. That's what I'm saying. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. There are mental health resources available to you. Okay, Okay, that seems like it's off topic. I commented something along the same lines and was told to get therapy. Some people, okay, I guess that's where it comes from. Some people are walking around generationally cursed, and others are walking around with bad energy attached to them thanks to others. That is very, very true. Probably didn't have health insurance and decided not to go to the hospital. Could be true. But you got to remember something. In Western culture, we don't just go to the hospital because we don't feel good. I had to tell somebody that here in Korea. My baby had a fever. And everybody was like, take it to the hospital. Take it to the hospital. I was like, get that baby some Tylenol and some apple cider vinegar. She'll be fine. And she was. So anyway, come to find out, we just needed an air purifier in our office tail. We were staying in a temporary apartment when we first moved here. While it was a very nice apartment, air in Korea is not as good as you think it was. I got an air purifier blowing right now next to me. Okay. I keep one on 24 hours a day. I have two in my home. If you ever see my home and you see these big vertical boxes that don't seem identifiable, those are air purifiers. They keep us from coughing and hacking and getting sick. Come to find out, all that baby needed was an air purifier, okay? But anyway, 54 years old is an okay run. Okay. What's the threshold? What? Was thinking 75 and up, good run. What's the cutoff for an okay? Okay, that's an off-topic comment. Okay. Seriously, it's just a Raggedy Ann doll. I had one in Raggedy Ann. That's what I said. People are crazy. That's what I said. Now I got to think back to my childhood. Make sure wasn't no shit popping, but I'm good. Like I said, I fuck with demons. I know what to do with them. Shit, I had a demon named Despair that kept attacking me emotionally, and I went on ahead and transmuted that thing, and now her name is Summoner, and she do whatever the heck I need her to do. I gave her light. I gave her an assignment. She feels so much better about her existence now. She's happy, okay? She summons things for me. She does what I need her to do. I called her to roll with the energy of manifestation and the energy of delight. Okay? And now she feels so much better because please remember, even bad spirits don't want to feel bad. Nobody wants to feel bad. They actually want to feel good. But that's a whole nother comment for a whole nother channel. Maybe I'll air this on Dayla the Demon Whisperer on YouTube also. And in the Dayla the Demon Whisperer Patreon. It seems appropriate. It says, dude had it coming. In the Warrens Museum where Annabelle was encased, they specifically had a sign saying, do not mess with her. That's what I said. Somebody followed up, that's bad stuff and real. You'll never catch me around it. I suppose he used up his sick days. Wait for his sightings during the tour. Could be. New England Society for Psychiatric Research. Somebody laughed at that. I'm not quite sure why. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to have to go ahead now. We might have to watch that Annabelle movie. Maybe I'll do a reaction to it. We can't really watch movies on YouTube. They don't like us watching movies. Even if I rent it or buy it, it's for private use only. So maybe we'll watch a little summary of it. We'll see. Don't make me get dressed to get in the studio because I'm laying in my bed in my birthday suit enjoying the South Korea rain. We finally got some cool days and I'm enjoying it. But maybe we might have to. So for now, that's all I got. I'm trying to sing loud. Let's see Baby Della come in here. Hold on. Baby! Kulai Kwetian! She probably can't hear me. I'll finish it off by myself. Ain't got no more. I holler.